That song is in my head. That darn song. Just that little piece of it.
Which song?
In a minute, I'm a minute, put me up. That's in my head.
That's
I can't do it. I'm like,
now it's gonna be stuck in my head.
Yes. It's all right. We sharing now. We can share the crazy because that's all I've been hearing. And it's like, what? Huh? Okay, there you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on my laptop and get off my phone. I just want not to be late. So
got you. Got you.
I'm trying to,
Is it gonna be to me?
Oh, yeah, you got to turn off one of them volumes, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty.
Oh,
look at you.
Better, and it cut. Yeah,
Oh, okay, cut the. I see. Okay. I see.
Yeah, this is what I was going for.
This version of me.
This works better for me. I wish it was a little bit. No, it's not what I wanted to do.
What? No, looks fine. Looks fine. And welcome everybody who is here at this moment. This is Zooming in Comfort. I'm your host, Jermaine, and I know it's been like a month, but I usually like about a month any old way. And I'm glad you guys are popping in slowly but surely. There is so much. Well, we ain't gonna talk about everything, but a lot has happened in a month.
Yeah.
And there was stuff I found out late about regarding the States, at least, and I was like, whoa, wait, what? Because it wasn't talked about a lot here. So I was like, okay, I need details. And then today I had gotten some details from a couple of friends, but I was like, they don't want us around at all.
That part.
Mm-hmm. They don't want us around at all. I'm like, come on, people. We are not the threat.
And it's not sectional. It's not small, folks. Let's stop thinking it's just here. No, it's not.
Oh no.
It's all over.
It's all over.
It's wide.
Mm-hmm.
Very widespread. I was like, yo. But what bugs me out more is when people like ask me about it. I'm like, I'm not there. I'm not there. I can give you as much information as you look for, because I'm gonna look for the information. But you asking me as if I just left a few hours ago from the incident, doesn't help at all.
You didn't know you were supposed to know because you are.
Oh,
hello. Oh, honey.
Did she say that? She did. Yes, you did. You called him out. You did. Yes, ma'am, you did. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes, it happens more than not. From it's since the presidency years ago. I was congratulated on the train. I was like, I ain't living in that house. I did. I'm serious. When Obama won, I mean, we were up all night and everything. I think we were at a thing, this big party at the Hilton Hotel, and we were hanging out and had breakfast. And I said, okay, let me take my butt home. And I'm on the train, and a woman came in and sat across from me, and just kind of looked at me and smiled and said, congratulations. And I'm like, at first, I didn't know what she was talking about. I was like, she said, the president. And I'm thinking, what? How you know I'm American? I haven't said anything. The only thing you know is that I'm black. And I was like, yo, that there, exactly. But okay, thank you. I thought to myself, I ain't getting a check and I ain't living in the house. So, but okay. If I'm as close to it as you're gonna get,
Hey.
All right. But child, please. Okay. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. Oh, yes. Let's start here. Because I just got into a tete-a-tete with some folks here.
Oh.
And yes, a little tete-a-tete on this on this whole abortion thing.
Oh.
You know, pro-life, pro-choice, da-da-da. And they're sitting there talking to me. And I said, well, my summation from what I'm listening to is you're telling me is that I understand, I said, I understand the concept. I said, but I know I had to explain to them, this whole abortion thing, it's not just abortion. I said, it is healthcare. I said, every woman that goes in there is not getting an abortion. I said, so you can't think that way. Oh, but in the US and blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking to myself, first of all, keep your thoughts in Sweden because you have nothing to do with the US.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, and because there's no argument about it here. So don't bring your debate to me because you want to be combative.
Right.
Because that's all it was. You want to be combative, regarding it. And so I figured, okay, I'm going to feed that combativeness. Because I said, well, what you're telling me, you're not pro-life. And she goes, oh, yes, I am. And I said, you're not even pro-choice. And what are you talking about? I said, you're just pro-birth. You're pro-birth. The baby should, I said, and then what? Are you going to support that child to make sure that it gets the education, the health care, and all the things that it needs? Are you going to do that? Or are we just birthing a bunch of babies? Because, well,
that's what it is.
And the next sentence was, well, my husband said, and I just looked at her like, okay. I'd had to.
Your husband?
My husband said, and I looked at her and I was like, I just walked away. I walked away.
Is her husband birthing children?
I had to walk away. I wasn't even going to go that deep with her.
Confused. Her husband gives birth to kids? He has a uterus and whatnot?
Oh, and there's another thing. I'm sorry. I'm going to deal with these things one at a time.
Since I know that's you the guys issue. It's their husbands that are doing all the talking for us women and our uteruses. Their husbands.
Because that I had to stop watching The Handmaid's Tale after the second season because it was just getting under my skin. And I was like, that is too close to true. Hi, Carl. How you doing, baby? I know we're talking about abortion. You're just sitting there listening because, But I'm like, it's under my skin. No, I can't watch. And then all that happened in the States. And I was very upset. Very upset. Very, very. So tell me your thoughts. I have to stop because I'm gonna get myself worked up.
My thoughts is I had both my kids. I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it. I was like, oh Lord, who finna have a baby and be responsible for some kids, and I'm not responsible for myself? Who finna do that? And but they are here. But it's not because somebody forced me to do it. It's because I made that choice myself. Even when people weren't suggested I do otherwise, I was like, well, no, I'm going to have my little funny looking babies. They belong to me and I'm going to have them. But I wouldn't dare make another person force them to carry a child they don't want just because I know they're not going to go to their doctor's appointments. I know they're not going to eat healthy. I know they're not going to, they're not going to take care of the kid that is already in their body. What do you think they're going to, what do you think they're going to do if they're on drugs or whatever? They're not going to stop doing drugs.
No.
Because they got a baby in their stomach. They're not. They're not going to do what's best for the baby regardless. And you are dependent. I hope he wasn't naked. Dependent on, I just saw somebody go up the steps. I was like, I hope he wasn't.
Let's go to the videotape.
I just hope that the baby is dependent on them for survival and their well-being.
Right.
And if the mother's not taking care of themselves, the baby's not going to get taken care of. And I don't know how you expect to have. It's hard enough to have a healthy baby as it is. when you're doing the things you're supposed to do, it is hard enough. I think my baby had surgery when he was like 6 months old from a complication in the womb that happened. And I was trying to do my best, but you never know. You could do whatever, you never know. So what do you, they're not gonna, and when they adopt kids, they don't adopt kids that don't look like them, that are in the perfect health. They don't get the kids that, you know, have disabilities and things that need to be worked on. You know what I mean? They don't get those kids. They go pick out the ones that look nice, like they shopping for an outfit. That's what they do.
This is true.
And I just don't get it. I'll never understand. That's just my personal opinion. Lord, don't shoot me, but that's how I feel about it.
Yes, Miss Purslip, Noreen, I see you.
It's, you know, it's really simple. Pro my life, pro my choice, period. Whatever that looks like. Pro my life, pro my choice. Here's the other thing. Suppose that infant is killing the mother. In gestation. We gonna have that baby, right? We gonna have that baby. Cause them say so.
Yes, ma'am, we gonna have it.
And in the bad part about it, I was watching a I tried to find it just now, but there's a clip with a woman who did an interview with all three women. One was a priest from the Catholic Church, from the Muslim from the Muslim temple, and from the Jewish temples, and they were all asking. She asked each one of them, "Is there anything there? There's nothing in the Quran. There is nothing in any kind of Jewish lecture or lesson. And there is nothing in the Bible." So it's like, so where is this information coming from? You know, and it's humans. It's the humans. It's you know, and it's a shame that everything has come to this. And the fact that they got so pissed off that I thought this was like written in stone. It's like, no, it was a leak. I was like, oh, you were upset that your business got out there and you had no control over anything, and now people have taken it and run away with it. Oh, you feel like your rights have been violated because someone got that out there before you could? Dang. How'd that feel? So I'm you know, I'm hoping things go right, or go properly or appropriately when it comes to, you know, comes to all of this. So that's all I can hope for and wish for.
Yeah, because I'm like, just because my belief system says this is this or that doesn't mean I force my belief system on someone else. Exactly. It's his body.
Because that's a big thing. Okay, now that we have to. Yes.
No, I just want to
interject.
Yes, if everyone was, I didn't want to talk over anybody. If you ladies still had something to say. There was two things. What was it? A day ago? No, you live in Arkansas. In Oklahoma, their legislative passed the country's most restrictive abortion ban on Thursday. It prohibits all abortions and allows private citizens to sue providers to provide abortion services. The only exceptions they have is to save the life of a pregnant person, or if the pregnancy is due to rape or incest that has been reported to the police. The bill passed with a vote of 73 to 16.
Oh.
And expected to be signed into law. But that's just for Oklahoma, you know, for their stuff, and how quickly they're not even waiting for them to officially overturn it. They're just churning this stuff out. Which what I think is a good relation to this. I don't know. Well, the Republicans have been talking a lot about a baby formula shortage as of late. They've been talking about it. Biden released something that he was like even going to have the military go get baby formula from other countries and bring it over here. Have our testers test it to make sure that it's safe and it's okay for us to use. I was going to have some stuff. On May 18th, the House of Representatives passed a bill to address the ongoing baby formula shortage that's affecting millions of parents nationwide. This is, like I said, this has been something the Republicans have been talking about for the past few weeks. The bill allots $28 million in emergency funding to help increase FDA staffing, improve inspections of formula at both domestic and foreign suppliers, combat the proliferation of bootleg formula, which who the hell out here selling formula on a black market? They got bootleg. It's like, it's like that scene in drug movies where they making crack. They just got the powder. They just up and cooking in the kitchen. Anyway.
I mean, it's awful. But I'd be like, it's probably one of us is trying to get our hustle on. It's probably one of us. It's like, I can cook up. You need some formula, baby. I got some stuff in here I can mix together.
Hey, just
something.
You gonna like find a way.
Just like you got a detergent, just put some water in it and just shake it up. That's what they're gonna do. Just add a little bit extra to it. Now, this is important. All House Democrats, all of them, and 12 Republicans present voted for the bill. However, 192 Republicans voted against it, despite the GOP using the baby formula shortage as one of its leading talking points against the Biden administration in recent days. For example, Washington Representative Kathy McMorris, damn, she got a long name, Kathy McMorris Rogers called the shortage a crisis and a matter of life and death, but joined the majority of her party in voting against the bill. I read those two to say the Republicans are only about taking stuff away. They don't have any policies. They don't have anything that actually benefits anybody. I think my feelings most goes with Monique. It's like, I personally wouldn't have an abortion, but however, that's just me. And I don't like the phrase pro-life, it's pro-choice and anti-choice, because that's all they want to do. They want to take away your choice. And Jermaine, just as you said, they got offended at somebody leaking. They got offended at their privacy of their thing being taken away. Yet they want to go in. They don't want to wear masks. They don't want to get vaccines, but they want to go tell somebody whether they can or cannot have a kid. And as we see from how they vote, they don't care about the kid when they get here. They just want to make sure that you have it because it's some kind of morality test. And at the same, and they quick to call somebody pedophiles. That is their word, woke
for life.
Woke and pedophiles. Everybody is a pedophile, even though most of their people like Matt Gaetz, he's like grooming like teenage girls, all this stuff. But yet they constantly want to call people pedophiles. They are so wrapped around stuff around sex and teenagers and babies and people stuff. They ain't got nothing to do with nobody because it doesn't concern them. And they don't care about the babies. If they cared about kids, all those kids at the border wouldn't still be locked up. If they cared about kids, there would be more money being spent into schools like they are constantly trying to put in the military, just like they're constantly trying to put into police department. Speaking of police departments, you know how they had that shooting, not the one that just recently happened, but the one that was actually a black dude who was shooting up in the subway?
Yeah.
Remember that? And all the money that the New York Police Department has and all the officers that are supposed to be down there, and yet they didn't do a damn thing. He turned himself in. The call that they got to be like where he's at, he made that call. So all that extra money going to them, and it did nothing, which goes to show that it's like, just because you put all this money in police, it's like, well, if there was more money into stuff like, medical, because the dude is off. So if there's more money, going into services that deals with people who doesn't need to be shot, then maybe that wouldn't have happened. But I digress. Back to the birth thing. They don't care. It's a gotcha thing to talk about how much better you are than them. And it's also some BS because most of them are doing it off of base. You were talking about it's not in the Bible. It's like, I don't give a damn if it was in the Bible. In the United States, one of the things they talk about is freedom of religion, which means I get to choose what they talk about freedoms. That's one of the reasons why the Pilgrims came over here, is because they wanted to be Protestant or whatever, because they were Catholic over there, and so they came over here so they can practice whatever they want to. Then immediately got on people because they thought they were practicing witchcraft or whatever. But anyway, it's the fact of like, okay, so you want to enforce something based off your religious, like, don't kill God's babies. What if I don't believe in God? Well, you're just godless. It's like, and it's like, whether I am or am I not. That is my freedom of choice. That is my freedom of religion. You cannot use your religion to enforce or implement something that would affect everybody. If you do not believe in abortions, then damn it, don't have one.
Right.
That's it. That part. That's it.
That is it. Drop the mic, Carl. Drop the mic. Pick up your mic and drop it.
Poof. We're going to drop it for you, bro.
Simple shit. Just
it's common sense.
What was that, Ozarka water?
No, this is an Ozarka bottle and tap water.
Wait a minute. Now, what is Ozarka? What is that?
Ozarka?
That's water?
Yeah,
I see you.
That's why I was excited. I was like,
what is Ozarka water? What is that?
I don't know. Water.
Like? It's natural spring water.
It's the water I get that from my
faucet.
Well, water is different over here in the States, so
I heard you can drink from most. Okay, this is what I heard, that well, I can only talk for New York. Is that you could drink from the faucet now? No.
And where?
Okay, no.
Oh, New York.
Noreen said no, so okay, no.
Not for me. I
can't drink from the faucet there.
Here, I don't like chlorine.
Yeah. Okay,
we drink from the faucet. Yeah,
we. Well, no, I was talking about New York. It's like, no. We don't have an issue like that with our water. We actually don't live too far from a water filtration plant, so.
Okay. No, people here drink from the faucet. I mean, and there's bottled water. People still buy bottled water every now and then, but I think that's mostly for travel purposes, because you have it in something and you can just take it, and then after it's empty, you just fill the bottle up.
And probably for tourists, because they may not be, especially Americans. We think every other water would get us sick or whatever, and have to go to the bathroom. So.
Have you running off?
Right. Got the Swedish runs.
Fortunately, that has not happened. It did, however, happen. I was in India, but India. That was a moment. Yeah, but thank you.
I feel like even the water would be hot in India, because I got the curry, they got all the other stuff. I feel like you drink the water, even that would be hot. Like even with ice in it, right? Spicy water.
Spicy.
I think. Well, I went
curry water.
I went. When did I go? I went in November, so it's like in the 80s, 70s, 80s. It was in the 80s, temperatures, the 80s, and now it's like over like 120. It's ridiculous hot now. So I'm like, yeah.
They were still under British rule in the 80s, weren't they?
Google. Come here, Google.
Because I know they were, and I know Hong Kong just went back to China not too long ago, and I know that mostly because of Rush Hour. That was like the plot point for the first Rush Hour movie.
Okay, Monique, what'd you find?
Well, some people say 1947. Some people say 1920, but I don't think it was the 80s. But somewhere between,
I could remember.
Because I remember vividly hearing something about it, and like the Brits just left. It wasn't like it was they just left. It was like, okay, we're done. We're finished colonizing and killing all your folk. We're done. We're going back.
Is this cool how they can do that? Just up and leave. It's just like if somebody breaking your house and they just stay there for a minute. They'd be like, "You got anything to eat?" No, you ate everything. What? I think I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of there. Like, yeah, I did.
I think we're gonna get on up out of here now.
Right. Y'all clean this stuff up. It's like you broke it. I just love that. I love that mentality that is carried over. We're gonna come over here and mess this stuff up, and y'all clean this up. And if it's not done if you're not at a certain level that we think you should be at after a certain amount of years, after being completely devastated, then we're gonna call you lazy.
Oh,
it's like it.
But it was cool when we was working for y'all though. But once we
once we turned on you, it was issues.
Lazy heifers. Why would you want to get a job? I got 3 of them. When you should have had 4. You should have been working harder. You're poor because you have a lack of morality and character.
Oh my gosh!
Where do you work at? The job my dad gave me from his company.
That his granddad
and all I get is an
right.
allowance.
Yes.
Right.
I don't even get a real paycheck. I just get an allowance. You're like, you get an allowance?
Right.
Everyone?
Must be nice. Trying to get like you, my boy.
Not gonna allow you to keep running your mouth. Like
Now, Mo, I was looking at your tick and the talk. I was listening to you talking about your lovely job poke.
Oh yeah, I got peoples at my job. I do. I got peoples at my job. I do.
Yeah, and I actually got kind of worried for you. I know you can handle yourself and everything like that, and you've been living there, so I know but I was just like, yo, up folks is especially when I got beat up.
I'm not on a TikTok, so what happened with your work folk?
Go ahead.
I was just talking about my coworkers. There's like in my department, there's a total of 4 people, me plus 3 other people, and my manager's husband got beat up for talking his racist nonsense down in New Orleans. Okay. He got put in the hospital, and he had to learn how to do life again from being,
See, when you said do life, I'm like, do life. Did he
had to go to rehab.
Full talking. Oh, rehab. They beat him like that.
Yeah, she had to go down there.
Him out.
Yeah.
Oh, do life again.
Yeah, then he had to learn how to do it.
Because when she said he had to do life, I was like, what? Wait a minute. What,
he got in the fight and had to hit the continue. He had to hit the continue button.
Yeah, he got but he got what's it called when you set it back to factory setting? He got factory set.
They punched it right here in the back. They punched it right here out of the ear in the factory reset.
Yes.
He asked for the date and the time. What time zone I in?
Another one. She, all my coworkers. Like I said, they're not the most racist people, but they're not the most not racist. They just kind of married into, and I just feel like if you married into, then you must be cool with it. That's how Like the other one, her husband does not want anyone in his family to bring home anybody that is not white. Do not bring them to his house. Do not marry them. Do not engage with them. That is not what we do.
Got a question. When he said anybody in the family, he means like his kids or like cousins or whatever?
Family. They don't do that. We don't mix up with them.
And see, that's how we get drugged into some bull crap, because it's always that one person that's like, I want to piss off dad. I want to piss off uncle. I want to do whatever. And so they bring the black dude up there or the black chick up there just to start something at Thanksgiving. Daggone will is they're doing it just to start an argument. They sit there and just stare at them and be like,
yeah, it's not cool. Yeah. And then my other coworker, she is the one that believes in the white replacement theory.
Oh God.
Yeah, she thinks that China is making fentanyl. This is her words exactly, and I quote, China is making the fentanyl. They send it to Mexico. The cartel puts it in the drugs, and then the cartel brings it over to America for the sole purpose of getting rid of everybody here. So this can become, the United States can become the new Mexico. That's what she believes in her hearts of hearts.
And what is this information based off of? What actual facts does she have? That's another part of, as they say, is white privilege. The ability to just make shit up and not have anything to actually base it off of, and just be like, well, they have these Mexican caravans. They're just coming up here and just voting. It's just like, what is it based off of? Well, they said it's like, do you have any pictures? Do you have any evidence? Do you know how hard it is for me to get out and vote, let alone all these random people who are coming off a bus? First of all, I know black people ain't letting nobody jump the line nowhere. So you mean to tell me they gonna pull up in this big old bus and they gonna be like, they were like, hey homie, line back there, bro. I've been here for 2 hours. I got to go back to work. My feet hurt. They told me they couldn't give us no more water. Hey, Jose and them, they got to get back there. Black people going to be more racist than any white person. They'll be like, hey, I don't know what he's saying. He need to go back there.
I'm done fooling with you, Carl. I'm done talking to you.
Because it's stupid. And you know what? And here's another thing that is so frustrating. They have so many different definitions for the same damn thing.
Yeah.
The white replacement theory, they have different versions of that. I want to say in Europe, Tucker Carlson has been pushing that, but it's also slightly different from the white replacement theory that the shooter at Buffalo was talking about. It's just like, give me a breakdown of all the different aspects of this theory that y'all have. And it must be a theory because y'all can't prove not a damn thing. That's why it's a theory, because you can't prove it to be a fact. Because it's just crazy stuff that they just come up with that they don't have any, and they can't tell you. And their go-to is, well, you know what they say. No, I don't know what they say. Who is they? Tell me who they is. Give me a name. Give me somebody credible. Like, okay, you told me this person. What is this person's qualifications that will give them access to whatever data that they have that help them come up with whatever the hell it is they're saying. And it's fentanyl doesn't just kill white people. The whole thing about white replacement theory, because was it Michael K. Williams? Was it? I want to say Jada did something recently to where she had like a thing that was going, all these people that died from fentanyl, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And quick aside, remember how, anytime, black people was like on crack or whatever, oh, they're trash, they need to go to jail, whatever, they do this. All of a sudden people die of fentanyl, oh, they're just
trouble.
It's just so sad. It's like I need, and I'm not saying that we should, vilify them, but I'm saying we need to have it across the board about whether or not if we're going to have sympathy for these people who died from a drug that they chose to use, then we need to also show that same sympathy for these people too.
Everybody, right?
They keep trying to pick and choose and have these arbitrary.
Who's the victim?
Right?
They want to
have these arbitrary things, right?
That's just like with cocaine. That's the same thing with cocaine. When minorities just with cocaine, oh, the drug lords, this or that. When it's a white collar guy who's got this 7-figure job, it's
right?
Like
it's looking at being sexy,
job, and
right?
but it's made sexy. Like, I just had this thought nail in the bathroom and all this. It's all made glamorous. But anybody else, we in a back corner in an abandoned house, with no toilet, dirty,
teeth messed up, and you see how they do it. It's the same thing. There is no difference between crack cocaine and powder cocaine. Yet you need 5 times as much if you get caught with powder cocaine to be charged as much as like if you get just a little bit of crack cocaine, oh, they throw the book at you. But powder, you need so much more.
It's ridiculous.
It's like the amount of this is affecting so much more than this little bit. but you know the people, normally who's using this other one, so you're going to give them less time. But yet they constantly want to say that systemic racism doesn't exist. Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they've gotten smart enough to not flat out say this will affect mostly black people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, think about the time. That's why context, history, and context is so important. But they don't want to teach any of that crap. They want to have Confederate Flag Day on Dr. King's Day. They want to talk about, oh, you ain't know about that? They had like Confederate. One of them was a black mayor taking the picture with a bunch of old white dudes behind them. They had a Confederate flag and all this other stuff. It's like, brother, you deep in that sunken place. But no, it's like, but they want to talk about, they come February, they want to talk about, Dr. King and that one speech that one line. All Dr. King to them is a dude that had a good nap. That is the only thing that they know Dr. King for. They don't pay attention to anything else that he said in that speech that calls them out. They don't pay attention to anything else he's said or written or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They just say, the same, the not about the color of my skin, but the context. It's like he said that because y'all fools were judging him off the color of his skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
and then they'll use that.
Right.
They'll use that and be like, black people can't get the job. You should give it to the best. Dr. King said by the content of, and it's not that you misusing the quote, sir, because that's not what he meant. I hate when they use it, try to flip it to be something else. That's not what he meant.
And that's not what he meant. Yeah, and I don't like it as if he is the only one.
Right.
I'm like, Langston Hughes wrote books. There's tons of stuff there that calls a spade a spade. Just, and you need another book to be read from, because like you say, they're plucking from Martin Luther King's speech as if that's the only piece that actually was relevant. Instead, and just snatch the piece that just, okay, we'll take this piece right here. No, you can't. It doesn't work that way. That's just like even with, I've been talking with someone, like it was a few weeks ago, gone into Constitution. And I was telling him, I learned that in elementary school because we sang it. We had to sing it in choir. And I knew it, and I still remember it. And the thing about it, as a kid, you're singing something, so it's rhythmic, and you're just singing it, and there were huge words in there, and you're 9 years old, you don't know what the hell that means. You're just singing, But of course, as I got older, and I can in my head slow it down and listen to what it, and literally read in my head what I was saying, and I'm like, oh, really? We got that? Oh, and it's like one of those things where there's much more in that Constitution, but then as you get older and realize, oh, that wasn't even written for me.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Hold up. Y'all sang a song about the Constitution?
No, we sang the excerpt from the Declaration of Independence.
Even that's too damn long. Even that's
give it to you right now in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead now. I want to hear. Go ahead.
Get the vocals together.
No, I ain't singing. I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their such powers from the consent of, I think I skipped something. Wait, let me start over. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm singing it in my head. And to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men deriving their such powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive at these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall be most likely to effect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed may dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light or transient causes, and accordingly all experience has shown that mankind is more disposed to suffer while evil is sufferable, and to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations ensuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right and it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security.
Amen.
None of that was meant for us.
I know.
Or
That's
women.
Hard. That is a hard pill to swallow. That is a hard pill to swallow. When you come of age, when you come of age and you realize all the stuff that you were learning about and what they were talking about, you was like, wait a minute, where are the people that look like me in it? Oh, y'all didn't mean me. Like that was
like, no, we had, when y'all were slaves but then y'all were freed. And that's the limit of the historical grace we had in high school.
That's
awful. Unless you had parents or family who just like, look, you need to read this book and you have to read this book, as my mother was, and this book and this and that and the other thing. I mean, but at this rate, with everything, especially in the States, with everything that's going on, and now with even like most people don't talk about it, with everything now, with even now when it comes now with NATO and here and Finland and the US and that getting together, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Because I had friends even call me, what are you going to do? Are you going to move back to the States? I was like, hold up, wait a minute.
No,
what?
don't do it.
No. Why?
No. So
why?
What is going on with Finland?
No, well, Sweden and Finland are now they're in talks and signing papers about becoming a part of NATO. Because we weren't. And then there were open comments made from the Russian government stating, if you do that,
I'm coming for you. Yep.
Gonna regret it. But like,
first of all, I like how I was listening to something. And the person pointed out, there's like, we've been so used to hyping up Russia for so long, and they ever getting whooped by this country.
Yeah.
It's like they're killing people. It's like, but most people they're killing are civilians and kids in school.
That's
it's like,
crazy.
but when they're going up against the army, they're getting mopped out. They're getting, and it's funny seeing, I don't want to say Republicans, Fox News hold their water and just flat out support Putin. Like,
really,
like they said, they are playing Tucker Carlson in Russia.
That's crazy.
And at one point he was like, well, why should I support them? Like, I'm for Putin. I'm from Putin. One, I want to say it was Matt Gaetz again. It's always the same stupid people. They're just loud. Just loud. No offense, but they're just loud and wrong. And that wasn't directed at you. That's why I said no offense. But they're just loud and wrong.
Put me in the same boat as them. Wait a minute.
Not you. As with most cases, you were loud and wrong first. They just took it and did it wrong.
Got it. Okay.
But surprising. He was said something about Zelensky. He made some address to Biden, whatever. He got mad at him because he didn't put on a suit. Like, Negro, I am fighting a war. I ain't got time.
Time to look for a suit.
I ain't got time because he had on like armor fatigues. He's like, I ain't got time to go. Who am I putting the suit on for?
Right. I'm in the war. Right. I am in the war right now. They might pull up right now. Oh, what would it be, the suit?
And they're just talking crazy. It's like, we're going over there for the Nazis, and it's like so much stuff does not make sense. Okay, so y'all supporting Russia. to go there and fight the Nazis, which there are some white supremacist groups over there, but there's not enough to where it's
supremacist groups everywhere.
And also, it's like, hold up. So y'all approving, so y'all in support of Russia going to another country to fight something that's not affecting his country, when y'all won't even take care of the ones here in your own party.
Hello. All right now.
Hello.
All right
y'all
now.
got neo.
Don't they? Hello. At their rallies and stuff, don't they be holding up the swastika? Don't they?
Not just holding up. They show up. They will go to a white supremacist party to some rally or whatever, and then their question, oh, I didn't know what that was. I just show. It's like, so hold up. So you, an elected official, want me to believe that you did nobody in your team looked up who these people were? You just randomly went to some event and spoke, and you didn't bother looking up nobody? That means either you're lying, as I told my nephew once, either I'm stupid or you stupid. Pick one. Because somebody is one of the two. It's like it's one of the two. Either I'm stupid or you stupid. Like I told him, I said, you tell me right now. Because what you told me don't make sense. Now either you think I'm stupid. It's like I don't care about nothing that you guys say. You need to pick two right now. Because that's the kind of stuff they do. And they'll say like, oh, I'm just like when they leaked that thing. Everybody knows Republicans have been trying for decades to overturn Roe versus Wade.
Yep.
And when they push those three clowns in that Trump appointed, that one chick, she shouldn't even.
Please,
the four of us probably have more. I've at least been in a courtroom before. I have more court experience than she has. She has done nothing. She ain't watched Law and Order. She has done nothing. But they appointed her to a lifetime position, judging court.
Ain't watched CSI, nothing.
She can't decide what she wants for lunch, but you gonna say that she can decide all it does, and then had a nerve to try to judge Ketanji Brown Jackson and act like she's not qualified, which I didn't realize how high she was actually, to where the position that she had before she got appointed was right below the Supreme Court. They had to vote her in to get that position. Now all of a sudden, because it's whatever fake culture war they want to do, and they do not think about these things. The fact that it's like, okay, when she's got confirmed, they walked out. Why are you walking out? Like, are you not thinking it's just like, I don't like talking ill of dead, but it is one of those things when they're on their deathbed and people want to be like, oh, but they're so whatever. It's like, yeah, I got this film of them back in 2022. Where they walked out on the
disrespectful.
Right. And all this other stuff they say. So no, I'm not going to pretend like they were such a kind and nice person when all they did was,
be
nothing.
Disrespectful.
They did nothing.
Be disrespectful.
A darn thing.
We need to be worried, yo. We need to be worried. What's happening with this next election? We need to be worried.
Oh yeah.
Scared to death.
But no, the reason I brought that up was it Susan Collins, her butt. People told her when she confirmed Brett Kavanaugh and the other guy, I can't think of his name right now. Mm-hmm. But she was like, yeah, they both told me that Roe v. Wade it's in the law, it's in this thing, and it's just like, and then when they were like had the draft leak, she's like, those are not the words they spoke to me. It's like, woman, once again. Either you knew it and let it go in, or you're naive, or you're too stupid to properly represent, anybody from the United States of America. Mm-hmm. This thing that everybody knew, everybody could tell. Kavanaugh appeared crying.
They were being shady.
Right, talking about how much he enjoyed drinking, and he broke down. And somebody on Fox is just like, well, I've been accused of whatever. I'll say, whatever you want me to, whatever. I'm sorry, that's not good enough if you want to be a Supreme Court justice. I can't have you breaking down and crying. If you can't handle this, then why should we give?
Because child, when they had her up on that seat and giving her all them questions, those ridiculous questions, those insulting questions, those questions that should not have been questions. And I thought to myself, okay, I want to be her partner in spades.
Yes.
I want to be her partner in spades. I want to be a partner in poker. I want to be because the poker face that you have to deal with all that crazy was unbelievable. I was like, my skin was itching. I thought to myself, now I got a poker face, but I don't know how long it would have lasted. I would have had to walk out for a while.
Some of them got mad for the little that she did say the.
I'm sure.
It's just like even that alone was more than what. Can you believe she? It's like yes, because they were asking her some stupid stuff, and then when they pointed out, it's like yeah, well the things that you're mad at her about is actually things we can change. So it's our fault. Yes, it's our fault. And if you notice, they did all this talk once again about giving pedophiles less time based on guidelines that they set up. None of them have come up with anything to lengthen the sentences for said guidelines, because just like the crack cocaine thing, it is digital. So therefore, it's pretty much a out of date law or whatever, because whatever the amount of basically, like I said, with crack cocaine, the amount of pictures they would have to have and all this stuff on files would have to be a horribly disturbing amount. They would have to have a whole network for them to get the amount of time they would for having physical pictures. First of all, they don't have no physical pictures no more. When's the last? The only time you see physical pictures is on cop shows where they have the picture of the suspects and the victim and all this stuff. It's like that's the only time you see some physical, right? And sometimes if they got a budget, they'll use a screen. It's like you don't see no physical pictures nowhere.
No. This is just like I said. This has just been an incredible month between that and the shootings and the non-peaceful fighting and this bull crap on the Republican side. And then, like I said, that's a person asked me, you're going to go back to the States with all this happening here in Europe? I'm like, no. I am fine right here. I actually have a friend who is moving back to the States. He's a New Yorker. And he's gonna move back. And I know, but
I think Noreen is just shaking her head like, what? Like, why you gonna do that?
Well, I mean, I even asked him because I was like, "You're going to New York, or are you gonna go?" His people are in New York at this particular point, so he's gonna go back to New York first, and then go to a different state. And I was like, okay, be safe. I'm more worried about him going back there than me being here. But I'm gonna see how that happens. All right,
you shaking your head like you're a slave that came back to the plantation. Look what you doing here. You got free. They gave you free. You gonna bring your food tail back here? You get on from around here.
Don't forget. Put him out. Put him out.
Cause she was just shaking. She was just like, "Why? Like it don't make sense." You got free. You got your freedom. You got your baby. You going up north with the white folks. And you say he's one of them for me. You say he's one of them for me when I get up there.
Okay. It's real. I'm trying to get out of here. I ain't coming back to it.
And I was saying, everyone's asking, a lot of people, like, since everything is, the restrictions, at least here, are pretty much invisible or gone. I know they're And I know. he mows
like it is what it is.
Just moseying by.
He lost some weight. I think he's trying to show it off. I think that's what he's trying to be seen.
He has good posture.
She got in trouble.
No, he was after me. No. I'm scared. Oh God, no! Delete that part out. Delete it.
It's live. You can't delete this.
Delete it out.
It's not like the Oscars to where there's a delay and we can just cut it out real quick.
It was a delay. Y'all know how to do stuff. Y'all tech savvy, do the thing.
I know when she paused where he was like, you like this? You like So he was walking chest first. He was like, yeah. I know you rocking with this. I know you are.
No, stop, Jermaine. Stop laughing so hard.
When you finish talking to your little friends, I got you.
I don't need those problems in my life. No.
But the boys play in the backyard. We can.
My youngest is up on any kind of game. You try to give him a distraction, he come back a few minutes later peeking, see what's going on. What's going on? He is very well aware. And it's very frustrating. I don't know how to fix it. I'm like, this one is broken. He's not being a regular kid. He knows.
Lock the door.
But he nosy. Oh, he's so nosy. Anytime, anything. Ooh,
lock up the door.
I saw y'all kiss.
If he's anything like Daniel, he'll
I'd be like, come here, let me kiss you.
Unlock the door.
Just kiss him all over his head.
I do. The little one lets me kiss on him. The big one, not so much.
No, but I was like, with travel and stuff, like everyone, especially here, they're starting to travel all over the place. And, you're going to go back to the States? I was like, I'm going to wait.
We still got the cooties. We still got the cooties too. Just so you know, we still got the cooties.
Honey, let me tell you something. Just
and
because they ain't reporting the cooties, don't mean it ain't still here.
Yeah.
Okay. People here walking around like, I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
It's still here. It might be to a lesser degree, and they might think they got it under control or whatever they feel. It's still here. It don't know that y'all left the restricted areas.
also, I say stay over there. Yeah, because we got monkeypox over here.
Yeah, I heard about that. Just like this week, I was like, "What the hell is monkeypox?"
First of all, this is just the black in me. I'm mad that they have a picture. There's like the CDC is investigating several monkeypox cases in the U.S. I'm mad that the picture they have is of a black dude's hand, and it's like, hold up, so you calling why you got a picture of the black hands when you talking about monkeypox? I don't like that.
They don't ever use us for the what do you call it, for the basic, not the display. You know what I mean? We are never the default. You know what I mean, for whatever it is.
Trash.
When you Google something, it don't ever be black skin. You have to say for black skin, but for monkeypox, we just gonna put it on the black. Hey, now I was annoyed by that too. I saw that.
I'm just mad. It's like the monkeypox. Like, y'all been tripping so much, y'all done brought back monkeypox.
That's so ridiculous.
Monkeypox.
How? What the? I was like, okay, y'all got me. But I figured, I'm not gonna travel yet. I'll do it. But I do want to take a short trip, at least in Europe, like for my birthday or something like that, because I am a little bit cabin fever-ish, stir crazy-ish, and I need to step away and have my own thoughts and go shopping and do other stuff, and just in some other place. Because everyone's like, you just get a staycay. So you want me to leave my house, go into town, and stay at a hotel? Why? I can do that from my house and not spend that much money. No, I want to go away. So we'll see what happens. But a lot of people have gone back to the States lately, but last 3-4 months, I've had so many people back and forth between California, Florida, Virginia, Ohio, this place, that. I mean, and I'm like, okay. So
did they tell you why? But I'm being serious for real. Like, why?
Why did they leave?
Why did they killing us here?
Honey, that was the whole big thing. And that was because I was telling somebody, I said, yeah, but it's because of the travel that they're like, oh, the numbers are going back up in the States. And they're looking at me like I sprayed something in my bag and sent it there in an envelope. And I'm like, it's going up because people are starting to travel again. Your ass is going back. And so now things are getting all boggled up again like it was before. And I said, and no one's taking any more precautions because y'all, I mean,
you know I traveled.
Oh, sorry.
You know I traveled. I went to Spain, Portugal, loved it. Did not want to come back here.
But you did.
Oh, it's real trailer park over here. Real trailer park.
I'm only here because my parents are here.
I get that.
I even looked at Panama, but they want me to give up all my other citizenships.
Oh, well, I heard Liberia. Well, not.
Ooh.
Yes. I was talking to two guys here from Liberia. They was giving me the 411 on Liberia. I was like, oh, I need to write this information down next time I ever see y'all again. but yeah, the traveling, like the back and forth, that's what making the numbers jump up and down. I had a friend of mine who was in the UK, and I was like, how is it? He goes, I guess the numbers are down because no one's testing. If no one's testing, you never know. Because nobody's bothering to test because there's no restrictions because everyone thinks everything is okay. And it ain't. And since they're not testing in hospitals, people are just buying tests and being home and testing and until they see it's positive, and then they're trying to treat themselves. Nothing's ever reported, in a department of any sort. So it's just nothing to count. So as far as every state and country is concerned, their numbers are moderate or going down. Right. But no. But we'll see. I mean,
I don't think it's a travel issue, Jermaine. I really don't. I think it's
but even he, I mean, my thing was like, what I do notice actually here, even though the restrictions are down or off or whatever, people are still kind of depending on where you are, people are keeping their distance, even though the train's a little more crowded. People will sit like on the edge of the seat. They won't like be up on top of you. Well, some people, but
are they wearing masks?
Huh?
Are they wearing masks?
I can count on one hand how many people in a train are wearing masks.
We're all facing
now, lately, I've seen a few more people wearing masks, but in general, it's still a scarce number. I would wear anytime the train gets crowded, I put on my mask. Like a lot of times when I'm going to work, it's kind of off the main hours. So when I'm on a train, barely anybody, and it's a huge train, barely anybody there. So I'm okay. The minute it starts to look, I'm like, okay, most of these seats are getting taken. I put my mask on because I'm just not having it, and I have it on until I get to my destination. And then that's it, depending on their population. But the parties that I've seen pictures of and all the arenas have opened back up and they all close and jumpy and sweaty. And I'm like, I can't do it. I cannot do that again. I couldn't do it before, but I can't. I could not do it again. I don't know. At least if it's happening and I'm not in it, okay. But I'm in the pit of it. Too close. I don't know. I can't do it. But I do want to travel. I do want to travel soon. I do want to get back to the States. I'm hoping I get back there next year when things settle. Next year, but I do. But I need to shop a little bit. I want
find somewhere else.
Huh?
What did she say? Find somewhere else.
There is nowhere else.
Find somewhere.
There is nowhere else to get the stuff that I need. I need it from the States.
Noreen gonna be at the airport as soon as you land, she gonna turn your ass right back around.
I got your plane ticket here.
Right.
Getting right back on the plane. Love you, kiss you, bye.
Right. Give me a list and I'll buy it for you and send it.
Here, put this on for her. She getting back on.
But I do. But it's not till next year. I mean, because I have my business now, so I'm not planning on going anywhere.
I'm gonna stop saying it.
Oh,
that cooties is just here, y'all. And a friend of mine was just telling me she had it, but she had no symptoms at all. She just happened to feel a little tired. She goes to the doctor. They're like, "You're positive." Imagine she was walking around like it wasn't a thing. Imagine how many of them are doing that.
Yeah.
So that's why it's here. I don't think it's about traveling. I'm telling you,
well,
I went. It was
good.
Well. It was good life, y'all. Get on the plane, go.
And we know what? And what else? And it's bad reporting on both sides.
Yeah.
Because I remember I kept saying something about there's like, well, Fauci said it is over, and it was just like, when you actually look at what he said, he didn't say that.
No, he never said that. I didn't know that.
But you know they shortened it for the headlines. Fauci said that COVID. He's just like, no. It's like I said, this specific period of COVID is over. And then the people keep getting mad. It's like, but you didn't say that before, because that's not how science works. This is not a TV show to where we have all the answers right away because we have to, we have to hurry up for this hour platform. It's like, no. It's like when we figure out more stuff. That's why he always says, as far as what we know right now, this and see, and I know black folks don't trust that because we're so used to people lying, using stuff like that. It's like, did you do this? From what I know, I didn't know that they was over there. I didn't know they was gonna do that. I was over here minding my business. I was reading the Bible on my phone app. I didn't know they was gonna ride them folks. I'm over here trying to play this guy. That's all I know. That's all I know. So when you used to hearing that, anytime somebody says that and they're being for real, they're like, oh, but he lying. It's like, no. That's all they know. When they find out some more stuff, they will tell you some more stuff. And then you have people who didn't pass high school science class talking about, that don't make sense. It's like, how you know?
Science is all probability.
We don't know what's in the vaccine. You don't know what's in half the stuff you put in your body. And that's being generous when I say half.
I was like, there were a lot of people who were like that. I don't know what's in there and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, and watching them eat like a McDonald's hamburger.
Right.
Or...
yeah, that's disgusting now.
Or drinking is like, okay, what's in that vodka that you're drinking? Tell me everything that's in there.
Drinking
without looking at the labels.
I'm like,
potatoes
orange,
and Coke.
Orange Fanta. You really think that's orange, right? It's because I can taste the color, and this is how bad it's gotten. Like being here. Okay, yes, Noreen, there are things that I can get here or bake that I'm fine with, but there are certain. But I'm sorry. But what I do know, I compare a lot of stuff. I'm sorry, I know I'm babbling, but this is one thing I did notice: Oreo cookies. Because you're like, oh yeah, Oreos. Yeah, I gotta get some Oreos from the States. Blah 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 blah. And they had made some kind of Oreos here. Like I don't know what they call it. I can't remember. So I bought them. And I had them.
Cream sandwich cookies.
Huh?
That's a cream sandwich cookies. They just give it a generic name.
They gave it some name, but
Duplex
it was made
cookies.
here or somewhere, and they taste fine. So when I got back to the States, the last time I was there, I had some I said, yeah, it's real Oreo cookies. Let me tell you something.
See, I got her doing it now.
The chemicals.
That's right.
In those.
They trying to kill our asses.
I was like, and I had tasted it even after I started to really bake a lot, and I would make my own frosting and all that other stuff. And then one day I was like, ooh, Betty Crocker frosting. I was like, well, that's just metal and sugar. And I dumped it. I could not believe it.
I bet you could make your own Oreo cookies at home.
Oh yeah. No, I've done it. I've made Susie Q's. I'm
finna go. Let me go to her house. Oh,
you need to, girl.
I'm living the wrong life.
Girl, don't be talking. You went to Portugal and then you bring it behind here. We ain't gonna talk about you right now.
Give me a minute. I got parents here.
I understand.
That's the only reason I'm here.
I understand. Give them my love. But you
just looking at your parents every time they cough. You just like
look.
Yo, awful. Buffy.
Halfway in the dog.
Right. They up here coughing. They ask you for some water. You just hold the water. give us some water. You just like,
no, y'all terrible. It's terrible. I'm not gonna fool with y'all today, Lord. I just want you to know that's
Is she still coughing? Is she still?
No, you don't, Noreen.
Terrible.
Ever checking? Ever giving an expired cough medicine? What's the year on this? It's still good. It's still good.
Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me.
Y'all terrible. I feel bad for even being on this Zoom with y'all. Let me off.
No, you did. Noreen.
Oh, every time she go to altar call, she's like, you know, I pray for my parents on hospice. They died. Just one day, Lord. Just one day. Just
sad here.
Put in the atmosphere. Put in the atmosphere. Just put it out there.
I'm looking at Oklahoma. They say there are a lot of black towns there.
Oh, they are. That's what I heard.
Black-owned town. They said that. No, they ain't even. Well, maybe they might have to.
Yeah, they were saying like everyone focused
all in one spot. Hey, it's easy.
Right.
Yeah, they were saying terrible. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are
just
terrible.
in case the race war pop off, we know where to get y'all.
Place, yo. This is a scary place. I don't know why we're not getting that. This is a scary place.
It is scary. It is.
Listen, you a white dude. Nah, I'm sorry.
What? Ooh,
you white dude, sorry. Oh, but you not so much. Come on, it's scary.
This is true. That was crazy when I heard about the grocery store.
3 hours.
That was awful.
That I think about
3 hours.
I didn't hear anything like as many things that's happened in the States. This particular thing I did not hear on the news.
They don't matter. They don't matter
at all.
Come on,
all
now.
them other things. Heard about the train was on our news. Heard with the train shooting. I saw that. This I was like, wait. I still haven't heard anything on the news regarding it, and it took a minute for me to even know about it until I think people were mentioning something, and I was like, what are they talking about? Had to look it up. I was like, I didn't hear nothing like this on the news because this is huge. This is a whole freaking grocery store.
They don't matter.
No, fucker Carlson. He's up here on.
Did you say?
I said exactly what I said.
Just what he said. Come on now.
I said fucker Carlson. That dude, he's up here talking about. Well, they blame Trump. Like, no, we're blaming you.
Yeah,
we're talking about you, Mr. Bowtie, Mr. Swan, Frozen Foods guy. Like, we're talking about you, and talking about the same stuff that he wrote about, and then it's never about what it is.
Got him speechless. Look,
I know
it's never about what
like
it is because it's so frustrated. It's never about race.
Mm-mm.
It's never about. It's like he drove specifically to target black people, and then I was going to pull mental issues out their ass. Okay, then once again, have y'all wrote anything to help address people with mental issues?
Nothing.
If not, then I don't want to hear another thing out your mouth about whether somebody has mental issues, whatever, because you don't care. It's just a talking point. It's just something for you to say to get out of a conversation. Number one, and it's never, maybe we should start talking about gun. It's now it's not the time, bitch. When is the time to start talking about it? When will it ever be time to start talking about? No, y'all passed so many. Ain't not one elementary school teaching CRT. Y'all shut that down quick. You don't want you made it illegal for parents to decide. You want parents to decide what the kids are learning in school. I can get that to a point. However, you don't want the parents to decide whether or not their kids can have gender affirming surgery. It's like, okay, so they can decide this, but they can't decide this. And then it's just like, okay, well, now they're taking off the drugs. Well, you can't just take them off the drugs because now their life kind of depends on these drugs that they start taking. And it's like, how's that in the benefit of the kid? And why is it any of your business? It's so much none of the stuff that they say actually matters because they don't They don't spend time on it. They don't care about it. They just run their mouth. And then at this point, I'm mad at the people that keep voting for it. The people who
care.
Right, because they don't care because they're one issue voters. It's like, well, they did the thing with abortion. What about all this other stuff to where they made all these other things more difficult for you?
Yeah.
They don't, but but they got rid of abortion. It's like, are you having any kids? Well, I already have my kids. So you're happy that they vote on something that doesn't affect you, but it affects other people. Well, I don't know anybody. No, you know people. They just don't want to talk to you about it because they know they can't trust you.
Like with everything else.
Right.
And can I add, let's think about all the ladies now that's going to do it underground.
Hello.
Again.
And they try to stop that. I know, I want to say here in Missouri, they're just like, you can't even go somewhere else. The people who keep talking about small government keep passing all this stuff to where government is getting involved in stuff.
That ain't got none of their business. Ain't none of their gosh darn business.
We're not going to raise your pay. So what?
You in Missouri?
Yeah, we're not gonna raise minimum wage. We're not gonna do anything with healthcare service, insurance, healthcare in general, all this other stuff. But yet we want to make sure that we want to control what you do with your body so much. We don't want you to drive to another state to get something taken care of.
But you could drive to another state and kill off a bunch of black folks. That's fine.
They don't matter.
That's fine.
And then somebody
don't come here. I'll send you a barrel.
All the stuff that they talk about is like from people who believed in witches and all these other stupid. It's like can y'all quote anybody that's like from this century?
No, because they want to go back to those good old days or whatever they are, because they weren't good for everybody.
Right.
So I don't know what good days you were talking about.
These are my good days.
You felt that you could go around and pillage and
rape and plunder,
and plunder, and you felt you had this power over other people, and you feel you have this power again. Because a friend of mine was saying to me, and she's also Black. She's like, her thing was just if all women. She said, because we have this power. She said, yes, there are a lot of women who just ain't wielding their power properly and thinking, yes, abortion is wrong and blah, blah, blah. She said, but the majority of us are for the choice. And that's all it is about. It's about the choice. It's not as if they can't even give a number. Are 70%? Is it up to 70% of people that women are getting abortion? Is it that great a number that you want to put some kind of levy on it? No, it's not. Because most of those women who go there, aside from are either, it's either a rape. If it's an unwanted pregnancy, they go through counseling. It's not like they go in there and rip that sucker out. And there's so many other things that need to be done, and you just want to control stuff. That's all you're trying to do, is control things. You push your opinion and your quote unquote authority on things so you can have some power over something that has probably more power over you. You're just trying to get the jump start. And for women not to understand that and know that there is a jump start and we have that more power, it hurts. It hurts that there aren't more just really getting all over their backs and tearing them down and weakening them. Because Lord knows, I'm not a complainer or a whiner, but I know I can get on a man's nerve within 5 minutes. Just need about 7,500 women. Go up there to Washington. Just start talking. The noise alone, that high-pitched tone and that sound that men keep talking like them women, they just sound like chickens. Well, they're going to be 7,500 chickens outside your damn door. What you going to do? What you going to do?
They need to put...
Give me what I want is what you going to do.
I want somebody to put up something for mandatory vasectomies.
The mandatory who?
Vasectomies.
You know, much easier
and see,
much safer.
But even then, it would still going to be like, well, no, I think that's invasive. It's just like, so what's?
It's a snip, sir. Snip. You'll be just fine. I'm trying to get the one over there.
You know what? This is another thing. Women. Now, y'all gonna keep blaming us. Like, y'all don't keep it. Like, we can only have one child a year. One. You, on the other hand, can just indoctrinate a bunch of women every goddamn day.
Speaking of which, did you hear about that fertility doctor who did that?
Oh yeah, it's on Netflix.
This one is so fresh. They hadn't even made a Netflix movie about him yet.
Oh, no, I did not.
I want to say this, or he may be on. I don't know. They just, and it's always some ugly older dude too, and it's just like, dang. I mean, not saying that
like it's nothing.
Yeah, not saying that it would be better if he was attractive, but it is just like some old ugly dude. But it's just like, and that's the whole thing. You know, it's not as if we running around trying to get pregnant and doing all this foolishness. If you really want to combat this, just like Mo said, vasectomies all the way. Mm-hmm. You know, you need to. You keep trying to tell us we need to keep our legs closed. You need to keep your stuff in your pants.
Yeah, I tell them.
You want us to have control? Y'all need to learn to have control. I'm gonna get yelled at. You need to learn to have control.
They'll help them for keeping their side chicks from getting pregnant.
Hey, please.
Hey,
and think about getting the side chick and the wife pregnant. You know, at the same time.
We call that the Schwarzenegger.
Hey. I'm just saying, then y'all got to be responsible for their seed, and if they really cared. Once I got pregnant and I had to go to that first doctor's appointment, he should have been put him on child support from then.
Yeah,
because it's a baby, right? It's a baby. Right. It's a life.
It's a life.
Put him on child support from this first doctor's visit because I was
make him pay. Since y'all want to take so much control, y'all better pull up on some dough. Mm-hmm. Pull up on that dough. Mm-hmm. Y'all want this child supported fully, 100%. I'll be there, but but if you just trying just to control me,
if they had
to work, it's not going to work. It's never going to work. It didn't work all those years before, and it won't work now. No matter what they do, it's not going to work. It is not going to work. There's always going to be a way, even if it's the most dangerous way. Women are going to find a way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Women are going to find a way.
And now more deaths.
And now there'll be more deaths
of
babies and
will be
women.
The question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they were saying
don't matter.
People that have the means will be able to fly out of country if they wanted to get to whatever they need. They will have access to it. It'll be the ones that don't have access.
Yep.
That will be the ones that hurt the most.
That's right.
It's the way it always is. We make laws to govern y'all, and that we can just bypass.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make a lot of Lorraine Bobbitts.
Hey.
Remember that?
Yes.
I have to go back to my catalog, like.
Yeah.
I'm mad they found it. That's all I gotta say. The fact that they found it is just like, wow.
I was shocked too.
That is dedication. That is some.
That's when police were police.
Yes. Oh, how dare she do this to a man?
Police. That was him.
Find it, and we gonna make sure he get it sold.
He was outside with a flashlight, like that was him. And he went into porn. It's like, did you learn nothing?
No.
With his reattached, he put nothing.
Yes, because you can. Yeah, the nerves.
Yeah, but I want nothing. Nothing, Monique.
Well, no way. And on that note, I gotta go to bed for work.
Okay.
I enjoyed talking to y'all as always.
Yeah, he told me that he had to go early.
Yeah, I'm actually late.
Yes, I see that.
See you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about you when you go.
I know you will.
Absolutely.
I got to work in 4 hours.
Oh
no!
So I got to sneak in 3 hours of sleep.
Please do immediately.
Go.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
Get out. See you
have
later.
a good one.
Thanks for being with us.
Bye.
That's right, Miss Bobbit. We gonna bring her back. Everybody gonna be a Bobbit.
Yeah.
A Bobbit and a Ratchet.
I'm trying to figure out how to get a vasectomy on that one that kept passing through with no shirt. Let me do your little snip. I can do it at the house. It'll be fine. Let me do that.
Let me do here. You take this whiskey. You be all right. You be all right.
Mm-hmm, be fine.
Bite on this piece of wood.
Well, yeah. Quick. I make it quick.
That's
I saw a YouTube video on it. I think I could do it.
Let me just wash this knife real quick. I know it's a butter knife, but it's got serrated in it. It's got serration.
I can get it. You can sharpen the knife with some aluminum foil. When you cut the aluminum foil, make it sharper. I do.
Nice. I'm even gonna put on some gloves. That it could be the kitchen gloves that are under the sink that I use to wash the dish.
Does it? Yeah.
But I'm gonna put them on.
I've been trying to get you don't want no more kids. Well, you need to get a snip. Why I got to be the one always on birth control? Why don't you control some births?
Because Lord knows you give out enough of them.
Yeah,
I ain't snipping nothing. I ain't seen nothing in a minute, so I don't want to cut nothing, snip nothing, none of them nothing. They just take a look. Just take a look. She's a girl.
That's why you fanning, Noreen.
I was going to say, you've been fanning the whole time, baby. Is it that time? I mean, is it a summer? No.
It's 80 something degrees here in spring. Can you believe?
Get the hell out of here.
It is hot.
I like it. We've been hitting the 90s here in Arkansas.
Yeah, no. That ain't my tang.
Get out of here.
It is hot. I'm
glad
I'm gonna be at the funeral home tomorrow just to have be in the air condition.
It's always my reminder when it gets hot outside. Like, girl, you were supposed to lose some of this weight off you. That's why you're so hot. You were supposed
Girl, you ain't lie.
Oh, that's why you're so hot.
You ain't never lie.
I started working out like I said, I got to get into this now and get into the moment because I'm gonna need this. I feel better. I know my clothes fit better. I'm trying to get the food thing to balance out with the because I got smaller, but I just need the food thing to work with it. And then it'll be all right. We be cooking with gas, but we ain't got no heat yet because it's like how much is it outside? It's probably like 70 something degrees.
Alexa,
it keeps
Porter,
dropping.
What's the weather
it goes down
Stockholm?
to single digits, like 40. It's probably going to be down up to 40 something tonight.
It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
50. It's 50. I could live with that. 50.
It's 50 here?
It's 50, yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Tonight it'll be a low of 40.
Whew, chilly. Them winter temperatures. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's supposed to be summer.
It's summer. It turned summer. When was summer? When was the turnover? March?
It's summer now.
It's March was summer, right? That's when spring starts. March 20 something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that.
Make it warm.
We can work a barrel. Don't come
warm days. It got up to like 70 something, and then it I mean, this is the bug part. I have been trying to take off this winter jacket for a long time, and then I realized I had to put on a sweat jacket underneath. So I had like a small, short sweat jacket underneath. At night it was really chilly. And I was like, I bet I could take off the inside jacket and just wear this. And I went, fuck, I need a scarf. And I was like, dang, come on. And I still got on my winter coat.
That's crazy.
I'm not winning. Midday, it's warm, and like usually it's really warm and the sun is out. So you can get away with like a jacket, a short jacket or a sweat jacket, or maybe even no jacket. But after that, the sun go down. Brr.
Don't come here. I'll box some up and send it to you. Don't come here. I'll put it in a package. Don't come here.
Don't be putting stuff in a pack.
I just don't want you to come here.
But I need stuff. I need grits. I've been telling everybody I want grits.
What? Grits?
Yeah.
I'll get a half a barrel and send some stuff. Stop that nonsense. You don't need to come here. Folks ain't taking this thing for real, man. It's scary here.
Yeah, it is.
Well, like I wasn't gonna come this year. I was gonna come next year.
Wait till it died down.
Monique, you hear her?
I hear her.
Next year.
I'm scared for your boys.
Yes. Oh, I don't even want to. I avoided.
I don't want you to come here.
I avoided all, like, this was my first time, even though the Buffalo thing, I scrolled so fast. I turned off the news so quick because now I got my little kids, and it just, if they don't do something, I ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be honest. Something happened to my two, I'm gonna burn the whole world down. And I just need them to know that. Keep on playing. If something happened to them two down there, everybody. And that's how I feel. Yeah. And it's gonna be a race war. Well, you need to get your people in check then. You need to get your people in check. If you don't want nobody they're burning the targets. Fuck a target.
And the thing is, we don't want that. Right?
Yeah.
No. We want to be a loving, giving, caring, what we are people. But y'all keep messing with folks.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, you white. Sorry, get up. I'm surprised he put his hand out to help him up.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Folks just want to live and be happy. Maybe we need to go look at Oklahoma, sis. Make our own town. Because I keep looking for an island, but they too damn expensive.
It is scary. And if I had to do something, I literally, when I was pregnant with my oldest, I was watching a girl, her son was suffering with cancer. And this is going to sound awful, but I was envying her. I was like, I wish cancer was the biggest of, the problems I was going to have worried about my child.
Right.
Like, I wish it was just cancer. Cancer, I can get. Cancer, I understand.
Right.
This, I don't understand. I don't get. And and it was bad because I was starting to harbor resentment against white moms and how easy they have it. And I was like, nobody holds y'all accountable when y'all sons go shoot up everything. Don't nobody question what kind of mother you are. I'm questioning, what kind of mother are you? What kind of mother are you?
Yes.
What kind of mother?
Because they live in what they learn. They live in what they learn.
It's not. It's not us doing this kind of crazy stuff. It's not us. It's y'all. It's not us. We don't go drive millions of miles, shoot up, and just cut. No. So I just be like, it was a hard time. It was a hard time. I cried myself to sleep like every night with my oldest.
Mama, I get it, Mama Bear. I get it.
Every night.
I'm right with you, sis. I'm right with you.
Scariest thing. These scary, and I was like, labor wasn't that scary. It's scary, but it ain't that scary. It's the getting him part. Once he is here, how am I going to protect him? That is my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Protecting them little two right there. As much as they get on my gosh darn nerves, and I can't stand them little jokers, they mine, and I just want to protect them.
Yeah.
And it is, I'd be like, fuck it all. Y'all can go straight to hell about them two right there. So anywho.
You'll burn it down.
And then look at this one.
Whole world down.
But look at this one.
Down.
All old people. So you ain't safe, boo. Don't come here.
Yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
True.
All old people.
Yeah.
70s, 60s, 80s. We ain't safe. Don't come here.
They was just in the grocery store. They were
get
just
some milk and eggs for tomorrow's breakfast. I need a banana to go with my cereal.
That's ridiculous.
After church. And here come this fool. Oh, you white. I'm sorry. Next.
That is
Don't come here.
Awful.
I'll send you some damn grits. Grow some grits. Shit. Figure it out.
It is awful. It is awful. I would not even put my worst enemy through no BS like this. I really wouldn't.
Oh, but he has a mental issue.
He don't. He has a hate in his heart. That's what he does.
Here's the problem. Like, y'all closing all the facilities that deal with mental issues. So how are we going to handle that now?
Yeah, because it's not even.
That's the weird part. Now,
Creedmoor's closed.
Yeah.
Where'd you put them at?
Creedmoor closed?
Girl, please. So where you going to put them at?
Yeah.
If you're closing the facilities that support their health, that being mental and physical, If you close it, so where you think they at?
In the streets with us.
Thank you. And it's happening across the world. What's happening? No, and now you want to question why it's happening.
It happened. It happened here because there was some woman, I can't remember the name or the whole situation, who was known that she was, apparently they were emptying out one of these institutions and she was the only one left there. And they wanted to, I think they wanted to change it into like, I don't know, apartments for older people, condos, whatever. They didn't want it to be
make money. Yeah, make some money. That's a reason to make some money.
So ultimately, this woman was now just wandering the streets. Now, when I first got here, I remember there was a car thing that happened. Some guy drove up into town, into one of these like really small like shopping streets, and he had mental illness. And I'm like, well, where the hell was he? Why wasn't he wherever he was supposed to be? Why was he even behind the wheel of a car? And that's when I started to find out that they closed a lot of their mental health facilities. I'm like, why? People still crazy.
Yeah.
Why are you closing them?
You're endangering everyone around them.
You know,
and they're a harm to themselves and everyone around them.
Yeah, because even with a friend of mine, and even with a friend of mine, her ex, he had serious issues with drugs or trying, you know, and he also had his own little PTSDs and ADHDs and whatever else. And she worked so hard to try to get him help. And it was like, it was a battle all the time. I'm like, why do people have to fight to get people help? There's another friend of mine, her daughter, who unfortunately, she committed suicide. She, I didn't find it, you know, I mean, she asked me about singing at her funeral, and I'm like, whoa, you know, and I found out, you know, her daughter had a lot of mental issues, and it was just going back and forth and trying to get help, and it devastated this woman. And then the morning she jumped on a train track. The
mother?
No, the daughter.
The daughter.
She left that morning, and my friend kept saying, she goes, I kept wondering why she would look so angry, you know, when she left. And she was like, oh, you want some fruit before you leave? You need to eat something. She was like, no. And she said to herself, she's like, she must have been like that because she wanted to keep that anger or whatever that was in her to do what she was going to do.
Give it a
you know, and you know, so, and what was even more battling with that was that she had another daughter who I became, you know, I'm still friends with her, still close with her and her ex-husband. And then I think the following year, a year or two later, she's calling, we're talking, and then the next day her husband calls me. She jumped off the balcony of her apartment.
Oof.
And that was a devastating feeling. And it's like, this stuff wouldn't be happening if the mental health facility, if the mental health people were more helpful, instead of just trying to put you on a couple of pills and send you home. And I think that is not just here in Europe. I think that is across the board.
Yeah.
Because even when I was in the States, I worked for OMRDD and the mental health facilities. And at least in that particular case, they had residences for all of them. So they had a lot of care actually in Catholic Charities. They had tons of care. I was, you know, doctor's appointments, this, psychological, this and that, to try to become independent and ultimately live on their own. But the support at least was there, as well as, you know, that Creedmoor, which is like that not last resort place, but that other, you know, other institution. But I did not know that Creedmoor closed.
Years.
I did not know that Creedmoor was like one of the largest psychiatric facilities that was in New York. And it was huge. And my father had worked there. And then my sister worked there. And I did not know it closed down. It was a huge place. And I'm thinking, that was a lot of freaking people.
Hello.
I mean,
and so are you doing it to save money?
Of people. Where
are you doing it to save money? But how are you saving money? If the lights are on and the water's still dripping out this pipe or that pipe, how are you saving money?
It's a huge
it's not
building.
Saving. It's not saving. use the building.
They just don't care.
It's not even a building.
People.
It's actually not even a building. It's like its own community.
It's a campus. Correct. It's a campus.
It was huge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could be its own, like, you know, area of community.
Mm-hmm.
It had.
How about we invite the homeless people to live there?
That would be
again.
A beautiful
The water's
thing.
dripping. The lights are on. Hello.
That would be beautiful.
Let's clear up the trains. You talking about the trains are infested with them. How about we give them that space to use and offer them some psychiatric assistance?
They had private houses on the land. That the doctors and nurses were living in.
But you want to send the money to Ukraine. I ain't mad at it, but think about where we need to spend some money. Mm-hmm. Let's take some care of some of these people right here where we live at.
Yeah. 100%.
There's about to be a food shortage. They're not paying it any attention. But you see how that baby formula thing happened? Please don't think food ain't going to follow.
First of all, I want to know how this chicken thing happened. Okay? Because, there was the eggs first. It was like, we have a shortage of eggs, but you still got chickens. What happened with the chicken and the egg?
Where the chickens at?
What'd you do with the chickens? And then there was a point where you couldn't buy like the bottles of white, like people bought the bottles of egg whites, because I would buy them even here. And I'd be like, oh, where'd they go? Oh, well, there was a shortage. Chickens? Because you got chickens in the freezer. I've seen them.
Yeah, so where's the egg whites? Yeah.
Where the egg whites? That took a little while, folks. Then they came back. And then the eggs, the price, like you just said, the prices are just going up. And I heard that it's gonna be like $10 to buy gas a gallon.
That'll be some gas I won't use.
I'm like, and
we gotta look at what we're doing, folks.
Ain't working. Because
this next election is scary. I keep saying it. Folks ignoring it. Who's gonna run?
Yeah, because I ain't heard nothing about who's running, who's not running.
You know who's campaigning already. Think about it. Who's campaigning already? Name in the news every day.
Yeah.
Think about it. What you remember, what's planted in your head all day, every day is what you're gonna do. Nobody's looking at it. And y'all wonder why I sit here and go, don't come back here. Don't come back here.
Don't come back here.
I'm telling you, don't come.
It's terrifying.
I got another friend of mine. She planned to go back.
Tell her, call me. I'll take care of that.
I'll tell her. Because even after a while, even I was looking at her. I was like, you sure? Because she was talking about, I'm just talking about a visit. She was talking about staying. And I was like, that's where I was like, I don't.
What you want to visit for? You need some grits, grow some damn grits. What do you want to visit? I'm trying to hear why you need to visit. That makes sense for me.
I want to see my people.
You looking at them.
Yeah, I know, but I want to touch you.
That's going to come very soon. Don't worry. They already figured out a way to do it. I'll blink and be right through the phone. All kind of stuff.
No, I don't want to write through the phone. Darn it. But I mean, like, that was it. Like, see cuz and people, and just have that familiarity, just to have that back. Just people. I wouldn't stay long. I'll leave again. No.
Would you explain? I mean, is it just me? Am I the only one feeling like this?
And I want to, it's like, back in your familiars, you go shopping.
Let's look at Oklahoma. Maybe we can make our own town.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I think they have like
I got a friend in Oklahoma.
So?
Yes.
I got friends in Oklahoma.
Yes. We can't talk about it too much.
Okay.
No, we don't have to think about these things, man.
Yeah.
Everybody put their little piece together. You get a house over there. You get a house over there. Let's just make a creek, grow our stuff. Think about it. You know how many people are living off grid?
That would be nice. That would be nice. I would feel a lot better. I'm not going to lie to you.
I would love to sit on the porch and smoke a bone and watch the corn grow.
And you look down the street, all your neighbors is Black. You look this way, all your neighbors is Black. Your teachers is Black. Your doctors is Black. Like, I would be, you'd be like, Monique, is you shouting in the middle of the street? I am. Thank you, Lord. Like, you
I'm right out there with you.
Yeah. Woo. Because it feels safer. Honest to God, it would feel so much safer.
At this rate, anything would feel safe.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They know the people. Yes, they know the people in the community.
Hey, John, how you doing? I'm good, Brisket. You good? I'm good.
And then he comes, Monique, I got your son. He was down there at the store showing out. Bring him to me. Did you get him good? I hope you got him good.
And see, this is how our parents were. This is what literally what we talk about. Because when we were younger, don't get it twisted. The parents on the block would tattle. I done seen this. I seen Jermaine around the corner there. I'd be like, dang, she got a bit, but it was a point of safety, and it's like it takes a village.
Yes.
It takes a village.
We need that in our lives.
And that's how we survived. That's how, aside from learning how to deal with the wahites, this is how we survived. And and dealt with everything we had to deal with and got to this point. I mean, because Noreen, our schools, though I went to public and she went to parochials, that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. There were moments in there, but it's like, I can see all the Columbine killers up in here. I mean, those are the, fortunately, knock on wood, didn't happen then, but still. Still, it was like the feeling of getting back into your own neighborhood. That was like, whew, okay.
A sigh of relief.
You just like, okay, I'm comfortable right here where I am. And the next day you had to go back out into the unknown. I mean,
scary times.
Yeah. Especially now. I mean, and for you guys, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's for all of us at different levels. It's, I mean, we have a ladies group here that we meet like every month. In fact, we're meeting next week. And it's good to have those connections. At least have the stability to have those connections here. But then you like, even with a lot of stuff that we do, there are a lot of other people like, oh, well, yeah, well, you can do it with us, or we can do it together. And it's like, no, we can't. That's okay. Another time.
Right.
This is ours.
It's for us, and
but I mean, I mean, and so much is everybody else's. So much is everybody else's. Okay, this is mine. This is my personal thing. Don't whine about it because you can't be a part of it. You're part of everything else.
Right. Some things just were not made for you, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Fine.
You have to be okay with that, because I am okay not being a part of a lot of that.
Yep, the world wasn't made for me, but here I am staying in my lane.
Hello, I made my little room, made my table, got my peeps. I'm cool. Of all types, but still, I mean, but it's. I'm hoping that, I don't know. I guess I'm hoping that things settle down, especially there and here. And that this whole thing with NATO and stuff like that goes smoothly. And because Andres already told me, he's like, yo, anything happens, we go in the summer house, which is in the woods. So I was like, and I thought to myself, it's in the woods. I don't think that's safe either. I don't know.
I'd rather fight the bears than the army. We'll take it. We'll take it.
No, true. I mean, we have. I mean, it's it's a house. We have everything up there. It's all the way in the back, so we cool. But I was like, "What you mean? Leave my penthouse?" No, stop.
Yes, ma'am. You got to go. You got to go. Grab your items. I'm gonna grab my cats, and we going. And my kids. The kids gonna walk.
Cats and the kids
going.
No, but I think everything should hopefully straighten themselves out. Lord have mercy.
The prayer. That is the prayer.
Yeah, because I don't think I could take any more stress and any more pressures, because from COVID to this to that to Noreen not letting me come back to New York and get my grits. I don't know.
Yeah, it just seems like it's 2022 and this stuff should be played out by now. We should be past this and like this actual wars. We're going to war for what? Why is y'all warring? Y'all been warring since the beginning of time. Y'all ain't tired? Y'all ain't nobody tired of warring? Y'all ain't tired? No? Okay. I just thought we had outgrown that shit. I really did. I really thought we had grown it. I really did.
Apparently not.
We outgrew racism. Thought we outgrew that. Thought we realized it's 2022 and that shit ain't cute. It's not hot. No.
They trying to. They. You know, it's like that's when we had control. That's when we had this, and I'm like, no.
Thought that shit was over.
No, I thought it was over.
I did. I thought they had grew up. I really did. I had more faith in people being decent human being. Just be a decent human being. That's the bare minimum. Just be decent, and you couldn't even do that right.
No, they weren't trying to do that right. They All right. Let's end on a nice and pleasant note. I have a would you rather. All right, that I found from earlier this last week or something like that. I thought that was interesting. Okay, here it is. It's would you rather drink only water for the rest of your life or only eat unseasoned food?
Only water.
Yeah, I'm doing only water. You're not finna do some seafood on my food. Only water. Well, who would eat that? I'm not eating that.
We ain't got to talk about it next.
Oh, I would lose a whole lot of weight. You know what? I would be booty this wide. I eat none of that.
I'm like, wow, that was fast. Man, that was supposed to have some kind of struggle in it.
No, man, we didn't get this chin from drinking some seasoned food. That's what that's from. That's some seasoned food.
I got another one. All right, here's another one. Would you rather be would you rather be abducted by aliens or abducted by cannibals?
Aliens. Cannibals eat people, right? You want me to get eaten?
But aliens. What do you think an alien will ultimately do?
They already here. They already here. I'm going.
They gonna put me in put a little alien baby in my belly, and I'm gonna give birth to a little alien baby. Is what I assume that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just be there giving birth, but I don't want to be eaten. I'd rather be giving birth than be eaten.
That's easy. Next, give us a challenge at least.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. Okay, then now I have to go look. Okay, drug smuggler or drug tester? How's that?
Oh, smuggling.
Really?
Drug smuggler or tester?
Think about that now.
I want to be the smuggler. I do. I'm gonna put it. It's a booty hole. You can't get an infection in your booty hole.
Yes, you can.
That's not what Tiffany Haddish said, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Girl, stop it. I'm just saying.
No,
I can't even answer that one. Smuggler or tester?
What you want me to test the heroin?
Yeah, see, I don't want to test that. I don't want to like if I'm getting the pick. But yeah, no.
I'm not testing no heroin. You're not gonna have me out here. What's that stuff called? The SHRM? You want me to test the SHRM?
No. I'm with you, boo. I'm not with that either.
What is it? The SHRM?
I don't know the real word for it, but they call it SHRM down here, and they just have you walking butt naked down the street for no reason.
Falling on your face and your teeth busting through your lip, and you just don't even understand why. I'm not doing that.
No, I'm smuggling.
Right. I'm smuggling.
Not testing that.
I got two more. Sell all of your possessions or sell one of your organs?
Sell my possessions. I ain't got nothing that important.
What kind of
I'll get it again.
What do you mean? What kind of organs? Your organs.
Your heart, your lung, your pancreas,
my kidney,
your kidney, right?
Why would you? Ew. First of all, ew. I'm gonna sell my stuff. I'm gonna sell my stuff. I don't really have much, but that's what I'm gonna sell.
They can have it. We can get that again. Ain't nothing.
My organs, ma'am. My insides. Ew.
Eyeball. Yeah.
That is gross.
Okay, here's this last one. Lose the sense of sight. See, I'm gonna tell to here that y'all are just too fast when y'all answer, because that's where I'm getting them from. Lose your sense of sight or lose your sense of feeling.
Feeling, sight, feeling. Sight.
That's a good one down there too.
Sight.
She was right.
Because I could still feel where I gotta go, and I could get a driver. I'm good.
Yeah, she's right. This is awful of me because I was like, lose my feeling. I wouldn't be able to feel.
Right.
Wait. No. That's not what we're doing. Why would you? Who signed up for that?
You'd be surprised.
Really?
You'd be surprised. Okay, last one. Would you rather see your mom at an adult entertainment club versus seeing your daughter at an adult entertainment club?
Come on, girl, let's get the groove on.
What's she doing? Wait a minute. What's she doing?
She dropping dollars.
That adult entertainment stuff.
She's the adult entertainer?
She is the entertainment.
Oh, God.
My mother or my daughter?
Yes.
I don't have a daughter. Okay, my daughter
no,
then.
Stop it. If you had one, which would you choose to see in the adult entertainment
getting
club?
Her last word
on the
swerve, girl, swerve.
Huh?
Swerve, mama, swerve.
I don't like it when my mama swerve and she got on jeans to the ground. I do not like it. Mama, cut it out. People is looking at you. No,
your daughter or your mother? Easy answer for me is I ain't got a daughter, but she told me I couldn't say that.
Yeah, even if I had, I don't have one either, but if I had one, I would not want my baby up there. I just think about one of my little boys up there shaking his little. Yeah, I would snatch it. I'm gonna have to let my mama. She grown. She the boss. She the owner of her body.
Get that boss.
I'm gonna let her do that. But I'm walking out, and I'm talking.
No, I'm gonna sit there and collect the dollars off the stage. Get it, girl.
I'm gonna be so embarrassed, mama. But I would be even worse if my baby was up there shaking all that little stuff. Oh, how dare you get your behind? I'm snatching. I'm going to snatch him off the stage.
It's jigging it, baby. Go ahead, baby. No. It's jigging it, baby. Go ahead, baby.
Oh, my mama, she grown. She make her own decisions.
Okay.
Let her do what she do.
All right. Okay, this is the last one because I just saw this. This is actually
could be really easy. Last one now.
I know this is the ultimately last one. Okay. Insanely rich in Alaska versus expense free in Jamaica, but you have no money.
What do you mean? But I can get whatever I want. I just don't have no money.
You just don't have any money.
Wait a minute, son. You don't have no money, but you can get whatever you want.
But you have no money. So you have your expense free. So you can get you'd have the house, you get your food, you get your stuff that you would need, or insanely rich in Alaska.
And you can get
and you can get
insanely rich in Alaska.
I'm assuming that when you in Jamaica, you just getting the things you need to survive, like the basics.
Basics.
I'm in Alaska, rich as hell, so I can fly the fuck up out of here. In my private jet, not coming back.
But we want you to.
Why is it hard for me to choose? Monique is insanely rich. But in Jamaica, I bet it's nice in Jamaica. I bet it's nice there.
But you could go to Jamaica if you're insanely rich.
but I could be there all the time and look at everybody all the time. And I don't need a lot, though. I don't need a lot. I could be in Jamaica and be just as happy, I think.
Ooh,
see,
I love
it's
that.
I think.
I could be very happy in Jamaica.
Okay.
I really could.
I'll come for a visit.
Don't worry, because I'm going to Alaska because I want to be insanely rich in Alaska. And I can travel and visit you when I need to get my, my heat on. And that'd be like,
all the crab legs in the world, child, please. I'm happy in Alaska. Have my own butter farm.
Have your own everything. All that fresh meat. Shoot a bear too.
Shoot a bear? Y'all gonna be? I'm gonna be in Jamaica. I'm gonna be in Jamaica.
I love it. I'm gonna be in Jamaica.
I'm gonna be in Jamaica. I'm gonna be so floaty. I wouldn't know what was wrong or right. I wouldn't have a care in the world. Don't worry, be happy. I would be. Don't worry and be happy.
All right, I hear you.
Tanae says Jamaica too. That's right, Tanae. Jamaica too. She's with me.
Me and Noreen gonna come visit you with Tanae in Jamaica.
No, y'all can't come visit. Y'all got to stay in Alaska with all y'all money. No, y'all can't leave.
I can do whatever I want. I got the money. I got checks on checks on checks.
No, your checks, your money only work in Alaska. You try to use your money outside of Alaska, don't work.
You can't be putting I was gonna say peripherals. You can't be
parameters. Is that
parameters? Thank you.
I'm like peripheral. That's this, right?
That's wrong. That's all kind of wrong.
Yeah, that's
putting parameters on my funds.
Yeah, your funds only work in Alaska. They don't even good in Jamaica.
That's not
you can't come because I'm gonna be mad when you come up flexing, and I'll still be a little bit mad.
Don't be mad. We gonna share the fun. Don't worry.
Truly, you can come see us where we stand. You can stay with us. Sit by the pool. We have somebody come serve you. Then when we leave, you can go back home.
Chill out. Yeah.
There you go. No, but this has been great. I'm so glad you girls are here tonight. I really had a lot of fun. This was good. This is really good. Carl, I know you're somewhere out there. So glad you came with us.
Oh, I got it.
Angelique had a big old storm. I can't do the heart. So that's why she couldn't get on here. There's a storm going on out there, and it was just messing up. So she wasn't sure about her internet, and then of course, then she lost power. So, but Angelique, I hope you got power soon. I wish you well, ladies. I'm so happy you were here. I am so glad the rest of you came and stayed with us and hung with us on Doing in Comfort. We will see you in a month with some more crazy stuff. I hope there is nothing like this to talk about.
Peace and tranquility. Peace and tranquility. Peace and tranquility.
We're going to work on that. We're going to work on it. We're going to call it out. That's it. Peace and tranquility.
That's what I'm hoping for. Dear God.
Y'all have a great evening or great afternoon and evening. And we will see you next month. All right. Take care. Bye.